You all know the rules. All bubble-blowing babies will be beaten senseless by every able-bodied patron in the bar. SpongeBob SquarePants movie coming up next. But first, what is this bar serving?
Jack's got a drink.
And
I don't know if
bag.
we were talking before. I don't know if we've all had this before. It's possible, but I got this sun-kissed berry lemonade.
Oh,
I have not had. Never had it. Has anyone ever had it?
Never had.
So it's berry lemonade soda. I've never had it. Saw it at Target. Was like, I'm doing it. I was originally gonna get True Moo chocolate drink.
Okay.
And it wasn't chocolate milk. I made sure
it was chocolate drink.
It was chocolate drink because it wasn't refrigerated.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, maybe. I was like, probably been sitting there for a long time. So
All other
take them down, pass them around.
all other sun-kissed variations that aren't orange make me think of the bowling alleys.
All right, let's we gotta get nice. Let's get a nice crack going.
Nice.
All right, I just brushed my teeth, so it might not be as good.
Yeah, I've been coming my mouth.
Whoa. Okay,
Tastes like Gucci maybe.
it's not bad.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, it's good.
It's not like
the mint gum too. It's pretty good.
It's not like as sweet as I'm expecting it to be.
No,
It's
I was
subtle.
expecting an assault.
Yeah.
It's subtle,
Not
too
I like it.
carbonated.
Subtle, fruity.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It definitely would be like a nice drink to have like down here, just chilling in the basement.
Yeah.
I like it.
Do you guys know about sodium benzoate?
All about it. I
Is
know
it
everything.
blue?
Give me more.
This very good.
Yeah, what coloring is it? Blue 1.
Woo!
It's a good drink. It's refreshing.
Yeah.
It's a refreshing drink.
What's your guys' favorite orange soda or pop?
Orange cream soda.
Orange cream, yeah.
Mm.
But other than that, like Sunkissed.
Yeah, like Sunkissed, Crush. Do
Probably
you guys
Crush.
remember? Do you guys remember Tropicana Twister?
No.
I do.
Oh, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
I don't have
Shit
orange.
was
good, yeah.
Shit
Those
was
are different. Crush has to be on top of me.
I like Crush.
It was
yeah.
always the
Crush though.
typical.
Like a nice
Crush.
2
I always get
liter
a
I went
Crush
through a
one.
Sunkissed phase.
Crush grape too.
with the crush.
Have you ever tried the?
Don't you?
Wait, no, I actually don't. It's Crush. But it's like the pink cream soda. They don't sell it in America.
I don't know.
It's awesome.
I only buy American products.
I was talking about this the other
I
day.
gotta try it.
And
I mean, you guys gotta try it.
it's a juice drink, Sobe. You guys ever had Sobe?
You were talking about it. I've never
Back
had
in the
it.
day.
Yeah, they don't sell it anymore. I wanted to get that, but
Was the logo like a lizard? Or
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the strawberry.
And the bottles were like, I don't know.
The
they had no
black
texture
cans
on
were
them.
yeah.
They had big cans.
Did they?
Yeah.
I just remember the bottles, but like
Yeah,
the
I
light
remember
pink,
the bottles.
the light pink and the dark red were my favorite. But anyway,
I wonder if should have gone to Wendy's and gotten the fucking kelp shakes or whatever. Or they're not doing the SpongeBob
I don't think
collab
they're doing that
anymore.
anymore.
Just like Denny's isn't doing the Beetlejuice.
What a scam
menu.
that was. The Krabby Patty
Krabby
meals.
Patty.
That was terrible. What was it? Just sauce?
It was just the same burger with some Krabby Patty formula sauce.
Weird,
It was human blood and piss.
probably.
I see you, Wendy Thomas. I know what you're after. Those fucking dirty bastards. All right. We're talking about a movie that is a staple of Generation Z, I've noticed. I feel like this is one of our defining films, and I'm very proud of that. Like, I don't know. I guess, younger millennials too. That whole generation are probably born from like 90 to 2005. I feel like this has become one of like the defining movies of that generation. I think it's one of the great road movies ever made. I mean,
Yeah.
convince me otherwise. It's the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, a really wonderful movie. This is one of my favorite animated movies ever.
I think this has to go on my Mount Rushmore of animated.
It's
I'd have to say.
in terms of non-Disney, non-Pixar.
Yeah.
Oh my fuck! It's this, Iron Giant, Fantastic Mr. Fox, and then. Oh, I guess that includes DreamWorks too. So I was gonna then Shrek.
Oh, Shrek is Mount Rushmore.
Okay, so I'll say outside of Disney, Pixar, DreamWorks, the big guys. I'd say this, Iron Giant, Fantastic Mr. Fox, for me. And I know there are Ghibli heads out there.
Huge Ghibli head.
I mean, I like Spirited Away. I don't love it the way a lot of people do, but good movie. I'm trying to think of what would take my fourth slot. Maybe like
Were there any other like Nickelodeon animated movies?
Was
Not-
Jimmy Neutron one.
Oh,
wasn't there?
Jimmy Neutron.
so Jimmy Neutron. That one's interesting because that actually came before the show.
Oh,
Yeah, that was first, and then
Back
they
at
made
the barnyard.
same thing.
Mm.
Same thing. That was.
I love the TV show.
It wasn't the Fairy Odd Parents live action with Drake Bell, right?
Yeah, and that was like a made-for-TV movie.
Yeah.
Um,
That wouldn't count.
and then I mean, there's the sequel that came out 11 years later, Sponge Out of Water. You guys ever see that?
I have.
Saw it in the
I've
theater.
It was No, it couldn't. It's impossible to beat the.
That was
first.
weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember. It was fucking weird.
It's weird. Impossible. You can't beat the first one. I mean, with any other.
Isn't there like some movie coming out about plankton? I've been seeing all over Twitter like the full movie that like is coming out like pretty soon, but people got it already.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't hear anything
There's some
about
movie
that.
coming out. The animation is not good.
Really? Is it like a?
It's like
Nickelodeon movie?
3D, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's just fucking dumb. I'll just come out and say that's stupid.
Yeah, stupid.
I mean, imagine seeing like a dark SpongeBob movie about plankton, but done the right way. Like I don't
Like Joker.
Yeah. Well, more like I would say like action, but like more. I don't know.
I'm picturing like Plankton turning evil.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I can
like,
see it.
like you're talking like that. Like I'm picturing like
Yeah.
grim.
Plankton used to
The movie is a Netflix movie coming out March 7th.
Interesting.
Hell no.
What?
And
I'll
people got
watch
the whole
that. That's
movie
what
on
that is
Twitter
pretty
already.
Let the podcast that one.
Should we
Well,
watch it
right
when
now,
it comes
let's
out?
Is it like a? I wonder if there's like
Stop
plankton
right now.
origins in there at all.
Like he used to work at the Krusty Krab, and then like
Well-
his wife died, he got laid off, and then
Well, this was post Prime SpongeBob. This is probably around like season 5, but I remember there was an episode about like young Eugene Krabs and Plankton. They were
remember that.
boys.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't really know what happened.
Oh, people are praising this Plankton movie.
That's cool. Am I gonna watch it?
I'll
No.
watch it right
I
now.
might check it
That's
out.
that's cool.
I will not watch it.
I might check it out.
I'll keep my
Maybe not.
original.
We'll see.
Well, yeah, we'll see.
I don't know. This movie, it was funny to me as a 6-year-old, and I watched it last night, and I was giggling
Yeah.
heavily.
Multiple
Hilarious.
times I was uncontrollably laughing.
I find it very funny. This movie is honestly, for what it's trying to be, I think it's perfect. You could argue it's perfect.
Yeah.
This movie fucking rules, and it's a real ode to the magic of being a child. Even though SpongeBob is employed and owns a home and is responsible for another life in Gary. That's the age of SpongeBob's always confused me because this whole movie they're like, oh, you're just a kid, and it's like, yeah, he worships Goofy Goober the peanut and everything, but like I don't know.
He's been employed in the month for so many months. That's got to be many years worth. But dude doesn't even have a license.
But you don't need a license to drive a sandwich, we are told.
Mm-hmm.
Which is true. You know, if I tried to drive a turkey sandwich right now, no one would pull me over and be like, are you a licensed sandwich driver? I'd be like,
You don't need to be.
who cares? Is this... I maybe I should have prepped you guys for this, but this is just off the dome. And we'll probably all come up with the same answer. Best film adapted from TV ever? I feel like the competition, there's the Simpsons movie, which I don't know if you guys are that familiar with. I love that movie. There's Beavis and Butthead Do America. It's a classic.
That's a great movie.
There's South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. There's, Twin Peaks Fire Walk With Me. That's much different. But I feel like this might have to be my favorite. There would have been a time where I probably would have said Simpsons movie or Beavis and Butthead Do America because I really like that movie. That's also a similarly great road movie. But I don't know. This one just hits. It makes me laugh. It's very funny.
Yeah.
One of the best.
The Simpsons movie's really good.
I do
I've
love
seen
the
that
I
one.
love the Simpsons movie.
I see why you would say that one over this.
I like the Simpsons more than I like SpongeBob. But
Yeah.
I think this is a case of this was produced during absolute peak SpongeBob, and Simpsons movie is post Prime Simpsons, which is the movie's still wonderful. But this was Stephen Hillenburg, the creator of SpongeBob, director of this movie. He wanted this to be the finale of SpongeBob. He wanted this was after season 3, and then he wanted to end it, but cash cow for Nickelodeon. They weren't going to let that happen.
Money.
Mr. Krabs. So Hillenburg after it left the show, like he resigned as the showrunner, so they got a bunch of new writers. So that's why when you hear about like the decline of SpongeBob or whatever, and I still have a lot of nostalgia for like the season 4 or 5 stuff, but like the first 3 are really something else.
Yeah.
And I feel like had it gone down like that, where it's just the 3 seasons in the movie, it'd be pretty perfect. It ends with the freeze frame of him becoming manager of Krusty Krab 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember like growing up, like there was always rumors of SpongeBob being canceled and no more SpongeBob, and it was always
It's just like this is the biggest hit Nickelodeon has ever produced. Why would they ever let it go?
right.
You know, what's their flagship show gonna be? Fucking Tough Puppy. I don't remember that existence.
I know.
I
I remember that.
faintly.
It really came to me. I almost
Is that
said
the one that had Spencer.
it had Jerry
It-
Trainer.
yes.
Jerry Trainer. Yeah, I mean, I was like, what even is their second biggest? Like, this is far and away, I feel like, the biggest hit of their lifetime.
I'm going back to the question you asked earlier about movies derivative of TV shows.
Yeah.
Thinking of the Drake and Josh movie. I know you're talking animated.
No, not even animated. I mentioned Twin Peaks, but I spent like theatrical.
Yeah.
I should have specified that. Theatrical. But are you talking the Christmas one or Go Hollywood?
I think it's a Christmas
The
one.
one
I'm
with
thinking
Kimbo
of.
Slice?
Yeah, with Kimbo Slice.
As Bloods, Josh's cellmate.
Mhm.
yeah.
I haven't seen that in so long, so I don't remember.
How does he even end up in jail?
That was where I was going.
I
I don't remember how Josh ends up in jail with Kimbo Slice.
We gotta watch that.
I think it's. I can't.
I haven't seen it probably
Yeah.
since like the first Obama administration. I haven't seen it in
Somewhere
a very
around
long
there.
time. It's been a bit, but maybe this Christmas I'll fire it up. Run it back.
Yeah.
I remember You Can't Break a Christmas Promise. Yeah, they do this shit with the foster kids, you know,
Oh yeah.
because it might be to avoid jail time. I don't remember,
No, I think.
or like something like that, right? I remember it ends with Kimbo Slice coming down the chimney as Santa with the sack full of gifts for the kids.
How
Then
does he get out of prison?
Maybe he was like, I'll do it for the kids and you'll get like a month off your sentence. Like you're a changed man. But then he ends up back in Blood and Bone with Michael Jai White, who fucking
Maybe it was around the
kicks
same
the
time.
shit out of him.
Maybe it was the same time. Like
That's
that was
what
the same
I'm thinking. Like that was Christmas morning. The events of the opening scene of Blood and Bone might have been like February 2nd, 2009 or something.
Yeah.
Where like you see both sides of him. You know, he can go give the kids their gifts, but you can also lay down the law.
Yeah.
In the bathroom. This movie rules.
Just in SpongeBob talk. As a kid, I hated the Krusty Krab training episode.
That episode is
Yeah.
awesome.
It's I haven't seen it like since a kid. I probably would love it, but I hated it. I remember turning like the TV on when SpongeBob came on, you know,
In that
and it's just
episode.
like, 15 minutes of my life just wasting on this.
Sounds like a lot of the sound when the brick hits his head.
And I never liked the one where he was like in the diner.
Missing Identity.
Yeah, that one.
That one's good.
I also
I
like that
hated.
one.
I didn't like that one as a kid. I don't know. Just someone was like,
I think SpongeBob is the most meme producing animation of all time.
For sure.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
I think Simpsons is number 2, but I feel like from the first 3 seasons alone, the amount of memes that SpongeBob has produced is unreal. Even the movie, I was watching it and I was like, obviously there's the stunned expression on SpongeBob and Patrick after all that happens. But even like when they're in the thug tug and SpongeBob is like that, you know, when he says he's looking for contacts, but he was trying to steal the key for the paddy wagon off the guy's ass. And he does like that squinty face. Like that's a meme.
Or the one when he in the beginning when he's in the crust, he's like Mr. Krabs, and he's like,
Oh, yeah, the-
scruffy thing. Yeah,
There-
caveman in the time travel episode.
yeah, that
Mhm.
one too.
SB129.
Yeah,
I'm a big SB129 guy.
It's a great episode.
That's I've come to appreciate that more. I mean, I liked it as a kid, but watching that now, you're like, holy shit.
That one.
This feels like Kubrick.
That one is so good, and it's surprising because it's a Squidward centric episode.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And usually, I mean, those are kind of lackluster. No offense, outside of like the.
They take him on a real journey.
You know what,
I'll say
this
that
this
one, really.
movie made me just realize maybe Squidward he's just slept on too much.
Gang
Yeah.
Napton.
I feel like he's properly slept on.
I like how that episode starts with the title card in space, and there's like the metallic letters, and then it's almost SP-129.
Yeah, like how do you think of that?
SpongeBob Season 1, Episode 29, I believe is what the title is in reference to.
I love
The
that.
more you know.
Also the one where he's got his like friends, where it's like the penny and the tissue.
Yeah, that's the one where he breaks his ass, and then he vows to never go outside again, but then Sandy and Patrick are getting attacked by a gorilla.
Yeah, what's going on in
Yeah.
that ending?
That's the one that ends with the confused family turning off the TV.
That used to scare me as a child.
I was
I
afraid
loved
that,
it.
Drainage episodes.
that I would like interact with that gorilla in my life.
Or the one when he thinks Mr. Krabs is a robot.
Crabborg.
Crabborg. Or do you remember the one with the robot Mr. Krabs and think about what's going on.
Imitation Crab.
Imitation
with
Crabs.
Plankton. I'm a bit of, if you can't tell, a SpongeBob scientist.
Yeah.
I know all there is to know.
Imitation Krabs.
I think-
that one scared me a lot.
Is that the one with ravioli?
Yeah,
Give me
that's
the
a
formuloli.
That's the one.
I think my two favorite episodes, at least as a kid, and probably if I watched them now, probably maybe still to this day, I was always a survival of the idiots guy, which
Yeah, me
is
too.
when Sandy hibernates. That's just nonsense. That whole episode. Right off the top of my head, I can think of Who You Call Pinhead as an iconic moment that emerged from that episode. Hot wings. I really like that. And I love Chocolate with Nuts.
Oh yeah.
You can gather what episode that
Weren't
is.
those back to back?
No, one was season 2, one was season 3.
No. I remember the order of like
I not only was SpongeBob always on a constant like rotation growing up just because of it being on Nickelodeon, but I had the season DVD sets, so I watched it a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty familiar. There are a lot. I might have to jog my memory back, but like I know like the ones that are paired.
The
And-
Krusty Krab pizza. That was a favorite of mine.
well, this one's on the house.
Squidward does have one of the great voices. His,
Mhm.
I like when he laughs and his nose like retracts.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not
That's
just a
good.
boulder, it's a rock. That was really
That was really accurate.
Were you guys at on Squilly and Fancy Son?
Oh no, he's hot.
I think he's a complete
Squirty.
fraud.
You
Yeah,
think he's a
he's-
fraud?
He's a total fraud.
Mhm.
So
Like he goes home to like he lives in a Motel 6.
I don't
Like
know.
that.
He claims to have he owns a balloon / casino.
He does.
So there's a
Makes a lot
fucking
of
like
outrageous claims.
That was a good episode too.
fuck. I'm trying to remember the name.
What the appetizer?
I think it's Squilliam Returns.
The appetizer. Still working the
Fork
cash
on the
register, Squiddy.
Yeah,
What a douchebag.
what medical?
Do we know the history of their beef?
No, I don't know.
Squidward trying to make it out.
Yeah, you know, he wants to be an artist. He wants to be a world famous clarinet man.
And speaking
But,
of,
you know,
what was the one episode when he's playing the clarinet in the opening, and then he gets a phone call about a dying animal?
Band Geeks.
Band Geeks.
That's another all timer.
Freaking fire episode.
Band Geeks is like a Mount.
Is that the one where
Yeah.
they play
In the
like,
bubble
in the
yeah,
bubble bowl?
dome.
Yep.
Then the Super Bowl
an instrument.
Super Bowl halftime show 2019 thought they'd honor Stephen Hillenburg just after he died, and then fucking Travis Scott comes out and does sicko mode.
Terrible.
I also love the one where they go camping and they
We were watching that in the hotel
They
not
do
that
the
long ago.
circles.
Remember?
Which
When-
one?
and Squidward just like gets
It's the one with the
destroyed.
sea bear.
The sea
Yeah.
bear.
Oh yeah.
And then
I know.
I remember you and I, Jack, watching that episode in a hotel room in Florida, and they're like, write that down, and Patrick's playing tic-tac-toe with himself, and he's just like, oh, like, I lost it.
That's
That was very funny.
Yeah, man. And then the magic conch.
Mm.
Oh man.
So this movie just had we're a little late. It just had its 20th anniversary. Released November 19th, 2004.
Mm.
So it's just before Thanksgiving. Here are your options at the theater. If you're like, let's round up let's go to the pictures, you know. The kids have off school. That same weekend, there's the second film in I don't know how popular they are here in the States, but the Bridget Jones franchise, the sequel to Bridget Jones's Diary,
I don't
Bridget
even know what
Jones,
those
The Edge of
those
Reason.
movies are.
Neither do I.
They're British rom-coms with
Don't think
Renee
I've-
Zellweger, Hugh Grant, and Colin Firth.
Hmm.
I think the first one was a kind of big movie, both abroad and here in the States, but the sequels are probably more of a UK thing. But Bridget Jones: The Edge of Reason came out, and then Billy, I know you're a big fan of this one. National Treasure,
Oh,
same
wow.
day, and then the rest of November 04, 2 weeks prior, I think The Incredibles came out, and then the week after, I'm not as big on this one, but still just iconic movie, Polar Express. So options.
It's a legendary run.
November 04. This movie being, SpongeBob SquarePants Movie, just in case you don't think I'm still talking about fucking, I don't know, Grown Ups 2, just clarifying, was not nominated for the Oscar for Best Animated Feature.
Robbed.
Well, here's why it's really wacky. So they have 5 slots. 3 movies were nominated. The Incredibles wins. Fair. I prefer The Incredibles, frankly. That's my favorite animated movie ever. Your other 2 nominees are Shrek 2, deserved.
Just watched that the other day.
I love Shrek 2. That's the best Shrek.
Yeah.
Would you agree? I know you've always been a Shrek the Third guy.
I love Shrek the Third.
You're-
Honestly, I think I might like it a little bit more than 2. Gotta be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I think I like it a little
It's got to
more.
be nostalgia, right?
It's just nostalgia for me.
And
Shrek
then
2 is
I don't even
still
know if I've ever
amazing.
seen Shrek.
I watched 1 and 2 a ton growing up, and then I saw the Shrek the Third maybe a few times.
Yeah.
And then here's where it gets really weird, because even if you're like, okay, maybe they're only doing 3, and I don't mean to disrespect this movie I'm about to name, because it also was a childhood favorite. I know it's not as beloved, but Shark Tale. I'd take SpongeBob movie over Shark Tale, but even then,
I would too.
why not just throw them both in? Because you have 5 slots. But also, Oscar voters are notorious for not taking the animation category seriously and just doing whatever their kids like. So maybe there's what? But then you would think there'd be incentive to just go for the SpongeBob. I don't know. Pixar or Disney usually win anyway, so Incredibles makes sense.
Tough competitors, yeah.
Yeah, the Shark Tale one's just a bit of a head scratcher.
Yeah.
Shrek 2, Incredibles, I love both of them. I haven't seen Shark Tale recently enough. I liked it growing up.
It's not as good as Incredibles or SpongeBob or
No.
Shrek 2.
Shrek 2 is fucking elite.
You taking Incredibles over Shrek 2?
Incredibles is my favorite animated movie. Full stop. So yeah, but any year where Shrek 2 is not your best animated film, you got a fucking another banger on your hands because Shrek 2 is sick.
Yeah.
The I Need a Hero scene is epic. Dude, when fucking Mongo dies.
Sad.
Go Mongo.
Be good.
Is Shrek the Third the one with Rumpelstiltskin?
No, that was
the fourth
4.
one. That's the
3 is
fourth
with Justin Timberlake as Artie, King Arthur.
Yes.
Um,
I barely remember that one.
Merlin's in that one, right?
Merlin.
Yeah, the wizard.
The Wizard, yeah, he's in that
Eric
one.
Idle.
Yeah, that one's pretty great. It's pretty wacky. Shrek Forever After, or the final chapter. Forever After.
I think it's Forever After, but they sold it in the marketing as the final chapter. But I think the title's Forever.
That one is
I saw that one once.
Take her.
1 and 2 all-time classics.
Yeah, and then didn't they announce Shrek 5 or am I?
No, yeah.
But it was put on
I think it's supposed to. I think it's scheduled to come out in 26.
Yeah. Was there ever a Shrek TV show?
No, they made some special like TV specials for holidays or whatever, but there wasn't a show.
Do you guys remember the Mario Kart DreamWorks? It was Mario. It was like Mario Kart, but you could be DreamWorks characters.
No,
You could be Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon, Shrek.
like an arcade game or a home
It was
console
on
game.
your Nintendo DS. I just remember that.
Oh shit!
DreamWorks.
How's Toothless
I
from
do
How to Train Your
remember
Dragon
that.
and drive a car?
Mhm.
Why would he drive a car? He could fly.
I don't know.
Giving
Donkey.
Toothless his driving test.
Mhm.
You guys How to Train Your Dragon guys?
I've
I
never
am.
seen it.
I saw it once 15 years ago.
I liked it when it came
Never
out.
saw it as a kid.
I recently
Haven't-
just
You've never
watched
seen
it.
it at all.
No.
Does it hold up?
It's
I
good.
know-
I think you should.
I
watch
know
it.
people love it.
Is it worth watching the live action?
I
You
think
think?
so. Yeah, I think so. Especially since it's an IMAX. Yeah,
I have no plans to watch the live action.
I would definitely check. I would definitely watch it.
Even for Gerard Butler, Big Nick.
You would like it, I think.
I remember it.
I want to. I run the first one sometime because I saw it literally one time, but I know it's below.
How many are there?
There's 3.
Is there 3?
Hmm.
Oh, I forgot they came out with that second one. Yeah, I didn't watch that.
I never saw this.
I remember 2. I don't really remember 3. I don't know if I probably didn't see 3.
3 came out in 2019.
How
Yeah,
to
probably
Train
2.
Your Dragon.
That's what it should have been called.
I
It was
don't
just
know why
called How to
they-
Train Your Dragon 2.
Should have done it.
I don't think it's a movie. It's sold like a tutorial, but I doubt you might learn how. I saw that movie when I was a kid. I don't know shit about training dragons.
Neither do I. I watched it like a month ago, and I don't know anything about it.
How do dragons were those actually a thing?
Dragons?
Dragons?
Obviously.
Were they? No.
Oh my god!
They had to have been.
I kind of can't believe I'm watching this discussion take place.
They were not.
I mean,
Is that a serious question?
They could have been around with dinosaurs.
Like if you
Who said
consider
the
like
dragon
a
is a
pterodactyl,
dinosaur? Yeah.
like a big
I
pterodactyl.
think the key thing here is the fire breathing.
I'm not even talking about fire.
Well,
Just
that
dragon.
isn't that what makes you a dragon?
No.
If you fly and go.
No, because fire-breathing dragons are a thing. There's like ice-breathing dragons too.
not the way.
So you thought those were real?
No. I don't think like a fire-breathing dragon's real. But like,
Oh.
pterodactyl.
a big flying lizard creature.
Yeah. I got
Okay, I misread this. I thought you were asking in total earnest if the dragons from How to Train Your
Oh,
Dragon
not
were.
just
That's why I almost lost my mind. With all due respect. No. Okay. I'm picturing like the shit in Diagon Alley at Universal. Like
or like from Lord of the Rings or something like that.
What?
our hobbits real.
Let's bring back dragons.
Let's yeah. Have you guys ever seen the dragon eggs? Like you can watch them hatch and everything like that. Like you get them at like I don't know a place like Fiddler's or something like that. You guys ever seen those?
This is a great SpongeBob pod.
I'm not.
Like, wait, what happens when it hatches?
I don't know. I always wanted to know.
Well,
but
what's
it's never
in it? Like
gone
a
on.
dragon?
A real dragon?
I'm.
I don't know.
No,
Or
it's
like
a
an
real
actual like
dragon.
incubated egg?
You gotta buy it to find out. You gotta like wait or no, I don't know
Like,
how it works.
like a toy that like you put in water and like fizzles out. I don't know.
That might be what it is. Like you put it in water and it just like hatches. But
What's that dragon movie called? It's like a baby dragon. That's a thing. That's a movie. There's a baby dragon movie.
Can we do the categories?
there was baby dragons in Harry Potter.
Wait, not baby dragons. What?
Wait, it's a baby dragon movie.
There was like baby dragons in Harry Potter
What
and I
does
think
that
it's
even
Goblet of
mean?
Fire.
There's a movie with a baby dragon in it. That's
Is it, like,
all I know.
Is it animated or is it
I
like
know it's a live action.
The Water Horse: Legend of the Deep. Anyone remember that one? I don't know. I never saw it. I think it's about like the Loch Ness monster. Where are we at on that? Where's the? Let's get into all into shit like that.
Bigfoot. Let's go.
Don't
We should
get
go
me
one of
started
those
on
Bigfoot guys that like takes us out.
Dude,
Expedition Bigfoot?
Yeah.
Jose Canseco. I don't know if he's still doing that. but
Aragon.
Oh, that
That's
was
what I'm
based. That was
thinking
based on the book. Yeah.
There must have been a scene in it where the dragon was a baby.
Seen in what?
Aragon.
Is that a
Aragon.
movie?
Yeah.
It was a
Nice.
circa like 2006. Like I think trying to hop on the Harry Potter train of adapting like a popular like kids
Yeah.
fantasy book. It didn't really catch on.
15 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Is there a dragon in SpongeBob?
There's not.
Okay, let's do the categories.
Thank you. Best scene. My notes for this whole movie are fucking loaded because
I limited myself on best scene. I only got 4.
I have 6.
I just put one down. Like I have a bunch. But
I know what I'm gonna
I
go with.
usually
I
put
think,
one down.
but I just wanted to nominate a bunch because I like these. I'm starting with the Krusty Krab 2 grand opening. You know, tough beat for SpongeBob. What really cemented this for me, and I'm gonna sound like a freak, but Patrick flying in with the flag in his butt cheeks and then crashing and causing a fire and everyone running away in fear made me laugh.
SpongeBob's a sore loser.
Does
He pulls a Zoolander. He goes up, think like
yeah.
that exact thing happens. It's less exaggerated when Zoolander at Male Model of the Year he says Hansel and Derek Zoolander just walks up and takes the award. Like he's so in his own head that
Second-hand embarrassment, really.
I really appreciate that the entirety of Bikini Bottom comes out for this.
yeah, and they pay.
Yeah.
They were paying.
Yeah.
'Cause the Krusty Krab is probably like the cornerstone of their economy.
Oh,
So they're like, we get a
yes.
fucking another one of these?
Right.
Are you kidding?
Can we all agree that putting a second Krusty Krab right next to the first one is one of the dumbest ideas?
No.
Oh.
Here, I'm going to disagree with you here. The location actually.
A number 2 like across town, I'm all for.
Here's what I think. I think Eugene Krabs is a marketing genius, and I think that if he invented franchising, things would have gone differently. Because can you imagine if like every McDonald's was numbered? That's pretty sick. Like let's say Krusty Krab aggressively expands across the ocean, and eventually like their 1,000th location opens up, and then it's in like I don't know underwater Vegas or something, and it's like really big, and they're like that's the 1,000th Krusty Krab, and that's like a claim to fame. Like Orlando, Florida has the world's largest McDonald's. Can you imagine if that was the 100,000th McDonald's? I think Eugene was onto something, but it was way too late in 2004 to do anything about it. But if I was gonna open up like I don't know a Chili Shack and I wanted to aggressively expand, I think I'd go the EK route.
In my opinion, I think he could have just done an expansion.
Oh,
Instead of building a
on
whole
on
other
the
buil- on
original?
yeah.
I'm pro
Yeah.
Krusty Krab too.
That
I think
costs
just
money.
right next to it is so dumb. He only has 2 employees. If they're working at number 2, who's working at the first Krusty Krab?
That's where you start to introduce new characters and stuff, I guess.
Next, I've got Heartbreak at Goofy Goober's Ice Cream Party Boat, aka Waiter. Great scene. You know, did you know this is a metaphor for drinking? Bro, they get drunk. Whoa! Oh my
Never knew
god!
Yeah.
Can you? I feel for that waiter. He stayed all night because when he wakes him up, he's like, "It's 8 a.m." and he's still in the whole get up. So he stayed all night.
He must be getting that overtime check, you know.
Yeah, he's got to be making bank.
Debauchery at Goofy
Tips.
Goobers. How many triple
Hopefully they'll
gooberry
let them get
sunrises do you think they ate?
There you go. Like they probably got cut off at like 15.
They're getting cut off
Yeah.
from Goofy Goobers.
Yeah, they probably got cut off at 15.
I like the aggressive waiter.
Yeah.
Next I have what could quite possibly be mine, but I don't know. A lot of great scenes. The Thug Tug.
Amazing.
Maybe like the greatest like 4-minute stretch of movies ever. It's so good. I love the location. Like it's just like a seedy, like thug bar. They got to create the distraction. The bathrooms, they have their little bubble party. I really like when Patrick is taking a piss at the urinal and he turns around and you just see like the back of his head and his one eye. Do you guys know what I'm
Yeah,
talking
I know.
about? I've always found that very, very funny. I don't know why, but the whole just like I'm a goofy goober, yeah, and they're foaming at the mouth and melting, trying not to.
The music that's playing when they're like in the bathroom, like
Who blew this bubble? So nobody knows. Maybe it was. Shut up.
throws the chair.
The guy.
Whiplash mentioned.
I want to make sure. I could be talking out of my ass, but I'm pretty convinced I'm right. I'm pretty sure the guy who voices the lead thug, who's like performing the fucking, investigation. I'm pretty sure that's Thomas F. Wilson, who played Biff in Back to the Future. Well, fun
It's
fact.
Biff.
I'm pretty sure because he voiced some SpongeBob characters. He voiced Flats the Flounder in the episode The Bully, and he voiced Reg, the doorman at the Salty Spittoon. So I'm pretty sure it's him. Sounds like him. Just always playing douchebags. Good on you, Thomas. I've got SpongeBob and Patrick dying at the light at Shell City, aka the tear of the Goofy Goober. The shit's emotional.
Saving the day.
No, like that shit's sad.
It's deep.
David Hasselhoff. He's coming up later. I'll just say that now. That whole scene is like, how's that even conceived?
Yeah,
How do they pitch that to David?
I bet he wanted to be a part of the movie.
I'm sure he was
Where-
happy
He's
about
like,
it.
where
I
can you fit
think
me in?
that's what it is.
But like, if you come to him and you're just like, all right, so your pecs are gonna separate. You're gonna stuff a crown that holds SpongeBob and Patrick, and you're gonna just shoot him down. Like, interesting idea.
What year did Click come out?
Click was 06.
06? Okay, so not far after.
The Hasselhoff sounds.
Yeah.
And then I've got Goofy Goober Rock.
Mm.
Basically just the whole finale. I'm going to let one of you guys start because I don't know what I'm taking. Unless I missed any scene.
I just want the Now That We're Men.
Oh, yeah,
They're
yeah.
great
yeah.
ones.
That's a good
That's
one.
one.
Oh, you still
Yeah,
had
that's the one I
salad
got
stuck
that
to your
you didn't
lips
say.
from lunchtime.
Now That We're Men.
Of course they were fake. This is what a
I
real
just
one
I gotta go with the whole bar scene.
The Thug Tug. I think that's what I'm going with too. I think that makes me laugh the most.
Yeah, for sure.
With stuff like Patrick's side eye. I just think it's hysterical. All right, so 2 Thug Tugs, although real close with David Hasselhoff, I think, for me.
I'll take you.
I could take you there.
All
A boat.
I gotta go Thug Tug. It's a
3 Thug Tugs.
good competitor with Goofy Goober Rock.
Yeah, Goofy Goober Rock is like iconic. The Thug Tug just tickles my funny bone.
Yeah.
I gotta go Goofy Goober Rock, dude.
I really like when he says I'm a Goofy Goober and it shows the rock. That's great. Pat, what are you
I'm going Thug Tug.
And there's some like Motorhead song playing in the Thug Tug. Dude.
They're gambling in the Thug Tug.
Yeah.
No, it's very dark and grimy.
Speedy.
Perfect.
Motorhead.
Perfect.
No, that's what's playing. I don't know what song, but like when they're looking inside and they see the guy like, queuing up his pool cue and he has the key. Like I heard like it sounded like it's definitely Motorhead.
Like just grimy, dark bars where there's pool tables and gambling. It's just one of the best.
And
locations.
Motorhead.
Do you guys think the Thug Tug has a working operating kitchen? Like you get wings and watch a game there?
Yeah.
I think it's just like straight whiskey.
No, you definitely. It's definitely a small menu, just like wings,
Bar
fingers,
fare, yeah.
and like a burger, and like fish fry.
Do you think there's some like single mother out there that's like working nights at the Thug Tug to like support, like put her kid in a good school,
Most likely.
calling you like hun?
Yeah.
Like a group of rowdy boys went in like, oh, we're just gonna do some wings for the table, and like it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
She's like, sure, hun. And like she goes in the back, and the manager's probably a real scumbag, trying to hit on her and stuff,
Laundering money.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Dirty business outside of the Thug Tug. Okay, let's see here. Best quote. Here's what I've got. In the opening, what inspired you to open a second Krusty Krab right next to the original? Money. I like that. 'Cause I really like the way Krabs says money.
Yeah.
I'll do it again. I've got.
He does say money. Very good.
Money. I mean, straight up and honest, why else do you expand? It's because there's financial opportunity. King Neptune removes his paper bag. My eyes.
Yeah.
Guy was doing a lot. Got the hillbillies. What'll be, fellas? Mustard, ketchup, and then they're just strangling each other, jumping on each other. Here's a sleeper pick that I've always thought was funny, like my whole life. When Squidward goes to the chum bucket and shakes down Plankton, he goes, "But you can't fool me. I listen to public radio." And then when King Neptune has a bucket dropped on his head, "Daddy, no!"
Daddy.
Dude, Plankton's voice actor, I believe he's credited as Mr. Lawrence. I don't know why the Mr. He went so hard on that day. Daddy, yes! For the 20th anniversary last year, I saw that this theater in Chicago, the Music Box, they showed a 35 millimeter print of this movie, and I saw a clip like someone recorded in the theater. The whole theater shouted "Daddy, yes!" It was great. That's just what I had. There's a lot of great quotes in this movie.
My favorite quote is the "Daddy, no, Daddy, yes," for sure. That's what I had.
I might have to go with that too.
Mm-hmm.
It's one I think about the most. I think.
There's one in the Goofy Goober bar. Supposed to go to the toilet with this? Smacks his face.
Smack does.
And $101 for a Krabby Patty with cheese,
Mr.
Mr.
Squidward,
with cheese. Yeah, so
Yeah, I go Daddy, no, Daddy, yes.
It's so
With
good.
an honorable mention to just the way Clancy Brown says money as Mr. Krabs.
I'm just gonna say this is my favorite one. Just I love being purple.
God, it'll be a purple. This isn't a quote, but just delivery. When Patrick is like, "What's my name?" That's easy. You're Patrick. Sorry. He's like, he gets his face turns all red.
So dumb.
What do you got?
So I had the same one from the Goober. With, "Here's your Goober meal, sir." It was so funny.
Here's your Goober.
But I think I gotta go with one of the beef fellers, mustard or ketchup.
Does it have to take 10
That was
gallons?
so funny. I did
They
have
get their mouths ripped off.
the only other one I had was when they were like making the deal to get King Neptune's crown, and Patrick goes, "He'll do it in 6," and then they're choking him, and he goes,
No. If you look at Mr. Krabs' hands when he's going
and SpongeBob goes, "Patrick, shush."
he's straining himself.
But this whole movie, you could honestly
Yeah,
take
I mean,
any line, and it'd be fair. It's so good.
What did you have, Pat?
I got what I'm going with is just at the beginning, after SpongeBob puts the slice of cheese on the burger, he walks out. He's just
Order
like,
up.
order up,
Order up.
like
Here's
order up.
a similarly
Go so hard.
stacked category. I have 6 men. Here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Technically 6 nominees, but that's just 6 things I wrote down because I'll say it some of them include groups. I have Phil, the guy freaking out because his Krabby Patty doesn't have cheese. He's going for it. The My Eyes guy, very memorable. The 2 gas station hillbillies, also very memorable. I just wrote down Out of the Car Fellas, that big thug who
Yeah.
steals the car. Like I would love like a dirty, gritty movie about like why, like maybe he's like a good guy at heart, but you know he got into some bad business and then like he's on the run. He had to take the car, like something like that. I have the Thug Tug just as a general location. Everyone in there, the location's great, and then the one I think has to win this prize is David Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
We all in agreement, or does anyone else?
I'm nominating during the Krusty Krab 2 opening, just the guy that yells
Dork.
Thug Tug DJ.
Yeah, like I have him included in just the Thug Tug. I like how he had just the Goofy Goober record ready.
I gotta go Hasselhoff.
I
though.
gotta go.
Hasselhoff comes in. Yeah, I mean, he gets him back to Bikini Bottom.
I
This is
was
the definition of like perfect 6 minutes.
He's what we're talking about.
or
Yeah.
any of the pirates in the beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
raiding the
Yeah.
shit out of
Yeah.
the theater.
Yeah.
You look at any of the theater employees, like there's a guy behind the concession, like. Wait, are we all going with Hasselhoff, or are you going with Dork?
I have to go with Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And me and Phil were talking. Is Dennis in it too much to be a 6?
Honestly, Dennis is probably eligible. He's not in as much as I remembered. He rips their mouths off. He punches the Thug Tug guy into oblivion. He grows a mustache and
I love when he
steps
takes
on him.
off his glasses and bandana
There's
just
more-
to reveal the same
He's
thing.
on
as
Hasselhoff's back.
Yeah, so he's in like 4 or 5 scenes. Best shot. So this was a little difficult with anime. This is the first animated movie I think we've ever done. Not that I have when Mr. Krabs is frozen after King Neptune leaves, and SpongeBob says like, "Don't worry, your life is in our hands." And there it cuts to SpongeBob and Patrick like super wide, just like with their mouths wide open. There's like drool coming out. I have David Hasselhoff, just him swimming with SpongeBob and Patrick. It's just a wild image.
Yeah.
Because like they're just animated characters. Here's what I'm gonna go with. I have Patrick melting, trying not to sing Goofy Goober. When he's just like, "Oh!" Anyone else have anything?
I just had like the opening of David Hasselhoff's chest.
Yeah.
Pirate. Like the launch. I know the pirates in the theater. Just
Yeah.
shot of all of them, and they're filled up.
What do you think that theater smelled like?
Oh.
Oh my god.
Scurvy.
Barnacles.
Some rum.
Scurvy.
Scurvy.
Do you have anything, Billy,
Chilling.
for a shot?
Yeah, mine was when they like opened the door to like the paddy wagon, and it was a super close up of their faces. And Patch, he was like, "What is it?" And you just see, like they're
fucking crusty.
yeah, it's super detailed. I thought that was funny.
Best moment. I've got a couple. I have this guy's making the 3rd appearance in my notes. My eyes. He really got me. He made me laugh. The one I mentioned earlier, That's Easy, You're Patrick Star. His whole I have Dennis growing a mustache. And the one I'm gonna go with is when SpongeBob and Patrick cry into each other's mouths.
Yeah.
They're like projectiles shooting their tears. That's my pick. I've always thought that was hilarious.
I didn't even really pick a best moment.
Yeah, it was a
There's so-
secondary category.
There's so many.
My
Yeah.
number one has to be the Tear of the Goofy Goober.
Mine's
It be the tear
Yeah.
of the Goofy Goober.
But also, just after the Krusty Krab 2 was announced, it like shows Plankton like walking the back or whatever. He just is grunting and making noises. It goes on for a little bit.
You
It's
see his
hilarious.
veins
yeah.
from A to Y. Why not?
And I got Mr. Krabs choking Patrick.
Really?
He's just going. He's choking him hard with those claws.
Big meaty claws.
Big meaty claws.
My best moment, I gotta go Patrick flying into the ceremony with the flag in his
That's great.
butt
That
and
probably
crashing
is
into the.
mine.
Yeah, this movie's loaded.
Yeah.
Did you have a best moment, Billy?
I did not have one, but just thinking off the dome, I have to say probably King Neptune's scream when he's inside the Krusty Krab. It's in Shell City, and he's just arching down.
The crown, Neptune's crown, which is now in Shell City. Goodbye.
So is
Hey,
Mr. Krabs raising the prices, like painting on the extra? price?
Yeah, when he's like
Is
$101.
Is this just a smart business move, or is he just being greedy?
I mean, he sold SpongeBob's soul for 62 cents, so I think he's just the personification of greed.
Yeah.
But he said he likes money. Why'd he do this? Money. Ed Harris. I see one of the pirates. I feel like he could have been like the leader of the crew.
Yeah.
You know, tickets for the SpongeBob movie.
He would have been awesome as Hasselhoff.
That's
Oh, shit. I didn't even think about that.
Like a shot of
Yeah.
him running down the beach.
Shirtless with the buoy.
His chest.
Oh!
I'll take it there, fellas.
Did you guys all pass off for that?
That's
Damn, I
I
didn't
had
even think about that.
Hasselhoff, but I also had Dennis. I just wondered
Oh!
how that would
Would've been
work
great.
if it was
That would have been good.
him hunting down SpongeBob and Patrick.
I can see that. Any other spare questions, notes? Actually, no, I have a thought. I thought about this. Is Goofy Goober Rock in the upper echelon of songs written for movies that aren't like So I'm nothing like musicals. So like I don't know stuff from La La Land or I don't know Disney movies. Like we'll exclude that. Here's what I thought of for just like examples. You have Danger Zone written for Top Gun. Power Love, Back to the Future. Holiday Road, National Lampoon's Vacation. Don't Want to Miss a Thing, Armageddon. And Shallow, Star is Born. Does Goofy Goober Rock clear?
Did they make Push It to the Limit for Scarface? Or was that.
Was it? I don't know if it was. It might have been, actually.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I don't know how I forgot this one. I the Tiger. Rocky
Yeah.
3.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how I forgot that,
I
actually.
don't know if You're the Best from Karate Kid was also.
I don't know if that was written for it or just in it. I've never seen Karate Kid. I don't know if there are other like. I'm sure I'm missing something. I feel like Danger Zone, Eye the Tiger, are really up there.
Yeah, those are like staples.
Oh, Spiral Bite.
Oh, Spiral by 21 Savage from the film Spiral from the Book of Saw.
Yes.
Yeah,
Of course. How could we forget that one?
The Plan by Travis Scott from Christopher Nolan's Tenet. That's just something I feel like we don't do that much anymore. Most recent one I had on there was Shallow from A Star is Born, but even it's a movie about music, so I guess it makes sense. But like, I don't know. When's the last time that or Sunflower? I guess Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was a big one.
maybe the last time I can think of something like that happened. Or I think Barbie might have had some songs written for it. that-
Probably.
Not like I'm Just Ken, but like there was like some Dua Lipa music on it, I think.
Spider-Verse movies,
Yeah, I just said Sunflower.
but like the whole albums.
Yeah.
What else was on there?
There was a Dominic Fike song, Mona Lisa, for the second one.
I don't acknowledge him. He annoys me.
Didn't I thought Weeknd made that album for that new movie or something?
This new one?
Yeah.
I don't know what the correlation is
Yeah,
with
okay.
that. I know he's in the movie. Oh, I guess Black Panther had a whole soundtrack too. But I've only seen
Yeah,
that movie once,
Black
and it was
Panther.
in the theater, so I don't remember if any of the music was in the movie.
I don't think all of the music was
Definitely not all of
Definitely
it.
not all of it,
Yeah, I don't know what the Weeknd's album's going to be in correlation to the movie.
Hmm.
Titled the same thing. It might just be the soundtrack.
The Weeknd is on very thin ice with me after the abomination that was The Idol on HBO. It was fucking abysmal.
So, Childish Gambino released an album called Bando Stone in the New World that
Oh, I
was
remember
going
that.
to be for a movie.
Yeah,
He
what
released
happened?
a trailer for the movie. Throughout the album, there's clips of dialogue from the movie, and there's no news on if that movie's a thing or not.
That's
So
what
I
I
don't
hate
know.
about musicians. They think they're so like mysterious and they're building hype. It's like just shut the fuck up. Tell me if like what you're doing. Like when before he became a insane Nazi, when Kanye was like Don the two stem player, it's like just make the album and release it when it's done.
Gandhi.
Stop having all these release parties and stop making me buy toys to listen to. Not that I bought it. I didn't care that much, but like that's what like with movies, like can you imagine if they're like, okay, like we're gonna release like the work in progress cut and then we're gonna cut it a few more times and it's like just fucking make it and then release it. It's not that hard. Whatever. I went off on a tangent. That stuff just drives me up the wall.
SpongeBob.
Yeah, SpongeBob. Any other
love it.
spare notes before?
So I was asking Phil while we were watching the movie. You know when Woodward's taking a shower and he's going la da dee, la da da, la da do. Is that from the movie? Like, is that in?
I feel like he
the show at
probably
all?
did
I
it
don't know.
in the show, but I really don't remember.
Is like what he was
Like,
like.
him, like
He was
making
going
the-
la da dee, la da do, la da do.
I think
See, I find myself doing that just sometimes.
I haven't studied Squidward shower scenes enough to really know, but I can finish this and then go grind up some tape. Study the film.
Did this hit all of your 3 categories too?
It's very
Technically,
close.
no.
Because
It hit two.
He said
out
the
of-
SpongeBob.
like
the
two-
SpongeBob movie, I was wondering if you were
Like,
counting that.
That's
I
crap.
can't. I unfortunately can't.
Yeah.
What did you guys?
crap.
I watched it
Right
on
away.
Max.
I watched it on Goku. I don't have Max.
Well, I watched it on Goku as well.
DVD.
Oh yeah, Max. Well, guys, just remember at the
And
end
I
of
have
this,
HBO Max too. which is crazy.
Plankton was just kidding.
That's true. He
Remember-
says I was just. Is that the original?
innocent.
It was just a prank, bro.
I think so.
Yeah,
He didn't
probably.
do nothing. But dude literally just like had slaves.
He did.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Planktopolis. No resting.
And also, King Neptune, like, he wanted to murder Mr. Krabs.
He did.
That's what
He
happens
wanted
under
to
monarchy.
murder
He
But then-
executes someone every day.
But then that's what happens under a king's rule. You can't do anything about it. He's like, I'm gonna fucking murk you. You stole my crown. There's not like, a judicial process in Bikini
Yeah.
Bottom. You think Krabs is gonna get a lawyer?
He's got to accept it. All right, I got the wheel ready.
Oh, King Neptune thinking Mr. Krabs would lead a note saying like I took your crown.
Signed Eugene
He
Krabs.
should not be the king. Dude is
Hey.
so gullible. What Plankton was a mastermind setting up that fake phone call.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Plankton.
That-
Plankton's
that
a chess player.
respect.
That was a power play.
Alright,
Hey,
Alright.
Mr. Krabs is Clay.
Spin this wheel.
we're going to spin the wheel. What are we doing next?
Oh, let's fucking go. Big fat liar.
2 in a row.
Freaking Munis.
Frankie Muniz, Paul Giamatti, and
Oh, yeah.
the Vines. 2002. All right, I know Pat and
Fucking
David have
stupid.
seen this movie. Jack, I have to imagine you've seen this.
I've not.
You've never seen Big Fat Liar?
I
Have
don't
you seen it,
think- I don't
Billy?
I've
think
never
so.
seen Big
Are you
Fat
guys
Liar.
familiar with it? Like, you know of it?
I've heard you guys talk about it.
Sparing. Yeah.
Like,
I've heard-
like, it's got Frankie Muniz. It came out, like, during Malcolm in the Middle. Paul Giamatti's Blue.
If you don't know
blue?
that, you probably don't know.
Dude, you're in for a
Yeah,
treat.
See, I'm.
Oh, yeah.
You're in for a
That's
real
why-
treat.
No, I've seen the
excited
cover.
about
for-
it.
I wonder if it's gonna hit for you guys, because like I watched this movie a ton as a
Yeah,
kid,
yeah,
so
right.
like I love it.
45%.
This was your pick?
No, this
Or
was one of
this is
Pat's.
Pat's?
So all Pats are gone now.
I didn't even watch this as a kid.
You never saw it as a kid?
No.
I watched it all the fucking time.
Dan Schneider.
That's unfortunate. We'll litigate that when we get to it.
None of Jack's have gotten picked yet.
Is that the only? You're probably the only one.
Yeah,
that
he's
has
the only one.
I still have
What's
Step
left?
Brothers and Red Eye.
We got
So we have.
Step Brothers, Barbarian, Red Eye, Zombieland.
No, let's not spoil.
Well,
Let's not spoil.
I'll cut that out.
Oh,
Alright,
I'll cut
yeah,
that
we'll
out.
cut that.
But then Ready or Not, Gluten It follows. We'll cut that
Yeah,
out.
we'll cut that out.
But didn't we say what our picks were on?
No, we
never-
just did that ourselves.
Wait, so I'll cut this out too, but all right, hang on. Are we done?
Yeah, I don't have anything
So we'll wrap it up.
more to say.
Or I don't know how to go back to it.
This episode's over.
I'm
Bye.
just saying, you guys are in for a real treat with Big Fat Liar. I don't know if it'll be as much of because like David, did you watch it as a kid?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, like David and I grew up with it. Pat, I'm just learning now, didn't, but
I love the movie
it worked
so
on
much.
him.
Yeah, I grew up with this.
All right, I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's very
It's so
2002.
awesome.
It is a very 2000
Yeah.
film.
Awesome.
All
Great
right.
film.
Big Fat Liar.
Big Fat Liar next week. Be there, be
Bye-bye.
square.
Bye bye.
See ya.
Goober.
Rock.
You guys got something you want to tell me?
No?
What was General Grant doing on the thermostat?